is Vlogmas day 8. I am here today to do a reading vlog. I thought that it was time to just dedicate a night to reading. I got home, showered, changed out of everything. You know, like I feel cozy. I would love it if we could finish this book tonight. I don't know if that's possible. I mean, if it's a really good ass book, we will finish it. But if it's not, we won't. I have not read it since the last time we talked about this book, which I feel like was the first day of Vlogmas. I don't know. That might be bad. But I'm on page 30. It's chapter 4. How many pages is it? Is it like something no, it's only like 300 pages. This does not look like 300 pages. Or maybe because I just don't read that much anymore, I was like, I forgot what 300 pages looks like. I guess that is 300 pages. I should be able to do that. I don't know how many days I plan on doing Vlogmas or like filming for this. I thought about it and I was like, I could do 12 because, or like 12 days of videos or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, we're here. We're doing it. I got this in the mail. And I think we're gonna tackle my K-pop unboxing first. So like, let's do it. So this is an old album. This is from Red Velvet, and they are a K-pop group. They are my favorite K-pop girl group, believe it or not. I know I don't talk about them often, but it's also just because, you know, there's not always something to talk about. I don't know. I really do love them, and they have a really fun concept, and a lot of times they get cool packaging like this. I don't really love that their company in Korea did not get them a US distributor. So you cannot find Red Velvet albums at like Target or anything like that like you will for other K-pop artists. Even the ones that are under their company, which would be like NCT or like aespa. I got this from Music Plaza, which is a K-pop store that's located in California, and I got it from there during their Black Friday sale. This comeback was called Birthday? Reve Festival Birthday. I think it was called Birthday. I loved that comeback. It was so good, but I am so thankful that they are done with the Reve Festival because the Reve Festival went on for way too long. The yellow cake is my favorite member Seulgi's cake, and so obviously I had to get it. They just put the photo card right there. Oh my gosh. I am like the happiest girl ever. This is Seulgi's photo card. Stop it. I have to do the beauty guru. Oh my god. Ah, she's so cute. My photo card binder will be so happy to finally have another photo card. You know, I have been buying some Red Velvet albums, and I never pull Seulgi. Ooh, they didn't do a photo book for this. Oh, this is the CD. Cool. That can just go back in there. It's not centered, but cool. And they gave us these like disc photos. Very cool. Oh, are they all Seulgi? Oh, I love that. Wait. I love that so much. Wait a second. Why did I just have deja vu like I did this? Oh my god. I was like, why do I have deja vu of this photo shoot? And I got scared for a second that I already bought this album and I just forgot or something. No. The album I do have had this photo book because it was my favorite. And so I bought the version that had this photo concept. I hate whenever they have like member versions for stuff and they don't give you like all of the photo card or like photo book or like, you know, random. Like, why continue to do random for things like that? Like, if I'm buying a member version, I want that member, obviously. Can't wait to put it on my shelf. And I can't wait to put my photo card away. I'll probably do that later at another time because this video really was not supposed to be about this, but I got this today and I just had to share the news and open it, and why not? Content is content. My first holiday book of the season, and yes, I am a little late on the pickup because really I probably should have been, but you know how hard it is to properly like read a book during Vlogmas, whether you're posting real time or not, because you're not gonna see this until next week, right? But that still means like I'm still gonna have to like start editing something tonight or tomorrow morning. Like there's not much free time to do this, you know, which is why like Bookmas or like whatever, if you do like the 12 days or not, you have to like start pre-filming things earlier, because you aren't gonna have time to read if you're doing it in real time, because every single day and you have to post the video by the next day. That's crazy. I know some people are made for it. Some people are. I'm not. So we're gonna read the back cover just so we're all up to date on what's going on. Nobody's confused. Two best friends fake date to reach their holiday happily ever after in this first romantic comedy in the Lovelight series. There are other books in this series, just so you know. A pasture of dead trees, a hostile takeover of the Santa barn by a family of raccoons, and shipments that have mysteriously gone missing. Lovelight Farms is not the magical winter wonderland of Stella Bloom's dreams. In an effort to save the Christmas tree farm she's loved since she was a kid, Stella enters a contest with Instagram famous influencer Evelyn St. James. With the added publicity and the $100,000 cash prize, Stella might just be able to save the farm from financial woes. There's just one problem. To make the farm seem like a romantic destination for the holidays, she lied on her application and said she owns Lovelight Farms with her boyfriend. Only there is no boyfriend. Enter best friend Luca Peters. He just stopped by for some hot chocolate and somehow got a farm and a serious girlfriend in the process. But fake dating his best friend might be the best Christmas present he's ever received. In the first 4 chapters, first 30 pages, we learn that Stella has been in love with Luca for the longest time, but she thinks that he would never reciprocate, and she like daydreams about like scenarios where they would just be together and just like, and like they're like two people who just like fit perfectly with each other. Like she gives him a hug and she just feels like she fits perfectly against him. They use that a lot, and I'm just like, that's one of my favorite things. Like you fit together like a puzzle piece. Yes, so we know that. I suspect that Luca also is in love with her, but just has never taken that step because of reasons. Because they're both so in love with each other, I feel like by the time we reach the 50% mark, wherever that may be, somewhere in here, these two should have a conversation so that we have no third quarter breakup and we just go straight through with the loving and the good times and like an actual couple. Like I don't feel like we need to tiptoe around the fake dating that long. I don't really like fake dating either, so the less of it we have, the better. Oh shit, that just fell on my face. I guess the tabs wanted the attention. So these are the tabs that I made for the book. I feel like I did a pretty good job. This matches that. This matches that. This matches that. This matches that. This, wait, what color is that? Oh, this matches like the little inner part of that. Not exactly, but you know, we did our best. This matches the background, and then this is kind of supposed to represent her coat, but I couldn't really find that exact color, so I went with the next best thing. You know what I'm gonna listen to? I'm gonna listen to Fruitcake by Sabrina Carpenter. I am obsessed with that album, and it hurts my soul that I did not get the vinyl because I didn't read the email. Oh my god, I saw the email alert and I just did not read it when her shop stocked it, and I don't think they're ever gonna restock it. If they did restock it and I didn't see it, I'm gonna be so pissed, so don't tell me. But I love Fruitcake. It's so good, and like the cover is so cute. I love Sabrina, adore her since Girl Meets World. Even though I didn't really like watch Girl Meets World intensely, I feel like that was like when I was done watching Disney Channel. I believe. The last show I actually have like a very, very vivid memory of watching is that Dog with a Blog show. Like, are you kidding me? What were they thinking? Like, like why would they make that a show? But anyways, but I feel like I watched Disney, me and my friends watched Disney Channel and stuff for a long time because like sometimes there was just nothing else to do, so you would just sit at home and watch TV, and sometimes there was nothing on, so you watch whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna put on Fruitcake, and I also want to listen to Christmas and Chill. Maybe I should just make a separate Christmas playlist that is just those two.
It's the end of the year. Everywhere on TV, couples and Christmas trees, gift wrapping and cheer. Just the worst time to be without someone special. In all the movies there, kissing in the snow, holding hands and mittens, baking together at home. Not like the movies when I'm walking in the snow, cold hands and mittens, eating gingerbread home alone. I dream of December nights, kissing under bright lights, snowflakes in my hair, carols playing in the air. I dream of December nights, kissing under bright lights, red bow in my hair, sleigh bells in the air. The only thing I'm missing is you. Stockings on fireplace, but in my living room, a single one with my name, knit sweaters and lace, dressed up alone on the couch during cold winter days.
Okay, so as you can probably guess, I did get distracted, so I'm only this far. I know that's probably not as far as you would expect or hope. I'm 140 pages in. It is 10 o'clock right now. I also just started finding things in the book that I just did not like. Oh my god. Okay, the writing style is so cute. It's so good. But there's also things in the writing style that I don't like. I don't like how many words are being used and how many extra things are being described that I feel like aren't necessary for my enjoyment or the story. Like, I feel like instead of giving me an elaborate backstory to every single person we encounter, we could save that. I thought we were going to quickly get to, you know, the fake dating. Like, I thought they were going to have the Instagram person come and, you know, they were going to do it and it was like the following weekend or something. Like, it was going to be a very quick turnaround or something like that. That's what I thought. I don't know why I thought that, because now that I really think about it, I'm like, of course it wasn't going to be that fast of a turnaround. And the lady still hasn't come. She's gone to Thanksgiving with her father. Oh yeah. Spoilers. You know, me and spoilers, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, listen. Are you gonna read this book, really? Are you really gonna read this? Really? Okay. Well, spoilers. Her mom died, right? So and that's when she met Luca, right? Anyways, she goes to Thanksgiving every single year with her father, who doesn't really like her, but he invites her so that he can feel like he's, I guess, doing something with his life, or he's doing the right thing. And they have Thanksgiving at like the beginning of November so that she does not have to interact with the rest of his family, because he doesn't really want to claim her or have questions about that. And we also learn that her stepbrother her half-brother is only 8 months younger than her, which just makes that whole situation crazy. Her dad's an asshole. Anyways, so she goes to that Thanksgiving. She goes with Luca, right? Because they're fake dating, right? Oh my god, I forgot to say. When, because I'm going out of order now, but I just thought that was crazy. Because we've already gone through one Thanksgiving dinner. We still have to go through the second Thanksgiving dinner with Luca's mom and aunts and extended family and stuff. So we still have to get through another whole Thanksgiving on actual Thanksgiving before we get the lady, the Instagram lady, to even come to the farm. I know that makes sense in my mind, but I don't know why I thought this book was, well, I thought this was only going to happen for the weekend. Why did I think this was a weekend story? Because I'm like, what? Let's get to it. Let's get to it. I want to see the stumbling of like I know I said by the 50% mark they need to be a couple, and like, but like, these people can't even say sex to each other. Like, they have to talk about it in a very roundabout way and like kind of be like, well, you know, like, no, I don't know. How old are you? Aren't you almost 30? Like, say it. Sex. Fuck. And I'm just like, what is going on? And then they were like talking about how they went around the town and wanted people to know that they were like together or whatever, and every single person in that town is just sitting there like, oh my god, we're so happy for you. And they're like finally nearly in tears because they're so happy that these two are finally together. And I'm just sitting here like, that's a little too much. Because like, if like seriously, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place, but back to the Thanksgiving thing. Her father comes to Thanksgiving drunk, which has never happened before, and it seems like there's tension in the family over there, but we don't really go into that, especially since prior to that I feel like it was set up that like their relationship was a lot more, like her relationship with that family was a little bit more distant. Luca, for the fake dating or just to be a supportive friend, because he didn't know that she was still going to those dinners, or he doesn't understand why she still goes to a dinner with her father, and I don't either, because it just kind of seems like torture for herself. Like, why continue to agree to go? But that's not my business. Anyways, Luca decides to go with her. When they get there, her stepmom answers the door, and she's talking about how she's friends with her stepbrother and like da-da-da, and like Luca's met him a few times or whatever. And I think they were like talking about like, oh, I hope you haven't heard horrible stories about me. And her stepmom says something like, oh, my kids are trustworthy, or something. She says something about my children. She has never said that about Stella, or like included her as like seen her as one of her kids or anything like that. And to my understanding from reading this book, her and her stepmom are not like close besties like that. You know, like they're cordial, but it's nothing like she would see her as one of her kids. So then I'm like, what's going on here? And then the dad is drunk. So I feel like we've missed something, but we don't even get into it. The author just decides, after building up and kind of dropping different things throughout this already in the beginning about her and her dad and like her mom dying and just like being alone and being single, like dropping all of this information, and then we get to this Thanksgiving dinner and he's drunk. We don't even get any type of confrontation between him and Luca or any conversation about that. Nothing can happen because her dad was drunk, and he was so drunk that he passed out with his face down in the food, almost knocking over the bowl of cranberry sauce. Like, what? And I don't know if her father is going to make an appearance in the rest of the book. I don't see why he would, but I don't know, it leaves me in confusion, because why do that? I don't get it, because we got nothing from that. I think there were like 2 more chunks of scenes of them like laughing about it and then being like the ride home, but nothing came of it. And I thought we were going to get more from that, or at least more for Luca to understand that relationship, because in like, it seems like in all of the years of their friendship, he never went with her before or really has met her dad, because he never met her stepmom. So I don't know, I'm very confused why that was made such a big deal just for it to kind of fall like that. And to my understanding, that's the only time she sees her father in a year. So I don't, why would they, what? We've already established that they're trying to fake date and they're practicing, and like she keeps getting confused when they're practicing, when they're not practicing. And then there's this whole scene where they like took a nap together, or like he got into bed with her after he came to her place after driving all night, and he's really exhausted, and she like tells him to just come and get some sleep, and he comes and he sleeps in the bed with her, right, at her place and on the farm. And then she wakes up and he like has his arms wrapped around her, and they just like kind of have like some light petting, grinding going on, right? And then they have this whole thing where she's like, I don't want you to stop, or something. Like, they go back and forth over that and like the consent and all that, which I mean, I think that's good that they did, but like, we come out of that, even though it did of course get interrupted, even though I do think it's very interesting that they both, under the pretenses of a fake dating relationship, go from just having their first fake kiss, right? Just did that a little while ago. It was a good kiss. And then we come back around a few chapters, few pages later, and they're already doing this in bed. Two people who could hardly seriously hold hands, you know, commit to the, how did we get here? Okay, and she's like waiting for like some regret or something, and she says, but it never comes. There's simmering arousal, a liquid heat that plucks at my skin, a drumbeat of desire and a giddy awareness, a tiny flame of hope that didn't feel like faking. No shit. I'm gonna go back to reading. Hopefully by the time I come back, I have read a considerable amount of this. I also need to fill out my journal, so I'm gonna do that probably first. And if I don't finish tonight, I will finish tomorrow, and then I will come back and I will give you an update on what I thought in the end, or if I thought that this couple was worth it. Get back to it. So I'll be back. It's only been like 5 pages. I know. Pissing me off, as you can see. I'm not pissed off, I'm just annoyed. Because like, okay, they're talking about what happened last night, the grinding. They're like, oh, we wanna fuck kind of vibes. Even though they still can't say like we wanna fuck, we wanna have sex. Like, we have lust and we're like very, very attracted to each other. And then he says, like, they're talking about it. And he's like, oh, do you think we should? And she's like, yes, we should. I think we should. And I'm like, yes, thank God you're talking. Like, I was sitting here fearful we were going to go in a circle again. He says, okay, so how about this? We're supposed to be pretending anyway. What if we use this week as a trial period for me and you? See how it goes. A trial period? Yes. See how it goes? See how it goes? Are you just going to repeat back what I say to you? And that's literally what happens continually in this book. It's like going around in a circle. We never actually say any new words. We're just repeating back and forth. And like, no one seems to be able to elaborate on what they mean and their feelings. And I understand that like sometimes your feelings are confusing and you can't really, you know, but I would rather you like ramble until you find your point than to continually be sitting here like, well, I don't know, what do you think? And you can't even say like, I want to have sex with you, or like, I'm attracted to you. You have to say, well, you know, that thing, that one thing, wink wink. Like, stop it, grow up. He's like, we're here and I want to press you into that countertop and see what you taste like, then I can try that if you want. My God, I'm privy to the game, but I still just want to understand how we went from only a few chapters ago talking about kissing. Okay, it was on page 97, which, okay, that was a little bit ago, but it's not like they had another kiss after that. Like, we had the one kiss, he went back to New York. And now we're sitting here talking about him eating her out. Like, what are we doing? And you're supposed to be fake dating, even though I know now he's suggesting that maybe kind of sort of for the week this lady is coming here, and then when she's here, why don't we just actually date each other? Like, you know, the fuck? And he's saying, no, I think we both feel the tension between us. Yeah, like, just ask her on a date. Just say, you know what, maybe we should just scrap this fake thing altogether and just try going on a date together. Let's just do that. I hate fake dating.
Carols playing in the air. I dream of December nights, kissing under bright lights. Red bow in my hair, sleigh bells in the air. The only thing I'm missing is you, darling. You, yeah, you. The only thing I'm missing is you, darling. You, yeah, you. The only thing I'm missing is you. Sent a red as letters. He will know that my wish ever since I remember has been the mistletoe kiss. I'll keep on writing letters. I'll keep on dreaming away in the waiting every holiday till the day I can say I dream of December nights, kissing under bright lights. Snowflakes in my hair, carols playing in the air. I dream of December nights, kissing under bright lights. Red bow in my hair, sleigh bells in the air. The only thing I'm missing is you, darling. You, yeah, you. The only thing I'm missing is
Okay, it's 1 a.m., which is not what I said I was going to do, but let's say this makes up kind of for like the roughly like hour and a half that I was scrolling around on Twitter and on TikTok doing God knows what. Made it to chapter 18, page 209, and that means I have like roughly like 100 something pages left, and I think that's actually like really good. And considering how reading has been going for me, that's amazing. So hopefully I'll be able to finish this tomorrow. But they are just like acting like such the established couple already that I'm just sitting here like, why can't we just have that? I'm not here to complain about that anymore. We've already heard my woes about it. Evelyn St. James is finally at Lovelight Farms. She is finally there. I am so thankful. And I guess I was right, like 50% into the book we're finally, well, they didn't actually have like the conversation. I guess they are a couple. Oh, I guess that is what I kind of asked for, isn't it? I said by 50% if they aren't acting like a couple, I don't want to, but I said I don't want a third quarter breakup. So technically that breakup should be happening sometime soon, right? Oh, that's not good, not good, not good. Evelyn is finally here after I feel like we have waited for her arrival for the longest. And I think the thing that is kind of annoying me about this author, well, I guess it's not annoying, but it's just kind of like, okay, so what was that all for? I guess is my question, because like eventually they do go to his family's Thanksgiving, but it's over in like 5 seconds. Like, where was that Thanksgiving actually? I need to look for it. So the family Thanksgiving was in chapter 14, right? And it's literally over 2 pages later.